Hey there, Sunbelt fans. Welcome back to New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm your host, Kati Morse, hoping you had a wonderful holiday season because it's time to kick off 2016 here in the Fun Belt. Welcome back to Sunbelt Conference Weekly. The first triple-double in Sunbelt men's basketball since 2014 was recorded by Arkansas State's Dante Thomas, landing him the title of Sunbelt Basketball Player of the Week. Let's take a look at the highlights. Thomas's triple-double was the first one in Sunbelt Conference play since current Orlando Magic point guard Elfrid Payton in 2014, and the third in program history, with 14 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds against South Alabama. Thomas averaged nearly a triple-double during all of the last 4 games as he averaged 15.8 points, 9 rebounds, and 8.3 assists. Thomas led Arkansas State to a 2-0 start in conference play and to a tie with Little Rock, UL Monroe, and UT Arlington atop the Sunbelt Conference standings. Over the first weekend of league play, Thomas is 5th in scoring, 6th in rebounding, and top in assists. For all of Sunbelt men's basketball, this week's upcoming schedule features back-to-back showdowns on ESPN3. On the women's side of the court, the new year meant the start of the conference battle as all 11 teams have begun league play. One of those leading that charge is Troy's Ashley Beverly Kelly, whose hot streak has earned her the title of the Women's Basketball Student Athlete of the Week. ABK, as she is known in Trojan country, averaged 20.6 points per game in the 5 games played over the break. Her biggest effort came in Troy's win over Little Rock, as she poured in 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. The competition continues throughout the Fun Belt as Arkansas State, UL Lafayette, and Texas State have begun with 2-0 starts. With all teams having played twice so far, games will kick off again on January 7th. While men's basketball continued league play over the holidays, some of the Sun Belt's best took time off of the court to visit with their biggest fans. Let's take a look. South Alabama men's basketball visited the USA Children's and Women's Hospital, spending time with patients and their families. Players and coaches alike snapped photos, signed autographs, and handed out official Jag swag to some of their biggest fans.
I think what it does for our players, it really gives them a greater appreciation of how fortunate they are and what they have to offer, and then they also get a chance to brighten the day of a young child.
And while the patients and their families relished in their time with South Alabama's best, it was the student athletes who walked away with something more.
It hits your soft spot. You get real soft when you see these kids and they're struggling, and it's just like you want to pray for them and help them any way you can. So it's big for us to come out here and help these kids.
The new year may have marked the end of 2015 Sunbelt football, but that doesn't mean we can't reminisce a little bit longer. Let's take a look at the Sunbelt top plays of 2015. The top 4 plays were chosen by you, Sunbelt fans. 16,931 votes were taken, to be exact. So let's relive the awesomeness one more time and crown the winner. The first in the top 4 is the infamous ankleception from New Mexico State. Terrell Hanks intercepted the football with his feet, sealing the Aggies' victory over Idaho. The Georgia Southern Eagles landed 2 top plays in the top 4, with the first coming from Caleb Williams and his scoop and score against the Georgia Bulldogs. And of course, you can't show a Georgia Southern top play without Matt Breida. In his signature style, he weaved his way past several Idaho defenders for yet another 6 points. And the top play of the year comes to us from San Marcos, Texas, as Brandon McDowell takes the missed field goal all the way back for the touchdown. Congratulations to Brandon McDowell and the Texas State Bobcats on being the Sunbelt top play of the year. Appalachian State's Ronald Blair, the 2015 Sunbelt Defensive Player of the Year, has a chance to chase his dreams at the NFL Combine. Let's take a look at one of the most explosive players in the Sunbelt Conference.
Appalachian State University football defensive lineman Ronald Blair has received an invitation to participate in the 2016 NFL Scouting Combine, which will be held February 23rd through 29th in Indianapolis. Only 300 of the nation's top draft-eligible college players are invited to the Scouting Combine, where they showcase their skills for all 32 NFL teams. Blair, the 2015 Sunbelt Defensive Student Athlete of the Year, led the conference with 19 tackles for loss and ranked second in the league with 7.5 sacks as a senior in 2015. Blair is the first Mountaineer invited to participate in the NFL Combine since Demetrius McCray in 2013. McCray went on to be selected by the Jacksonville Jaguars in the 7th round. Blair started all 51 games during his Appalachian State career and finished with 53.5 tackles for loss and 20.5 sacks. He was also a 3-time All-Conference honoree and an NCAA Division I FCS Freshman All-American in 2011. Congratulations to Appalachian State's Ronald Blair.
And that just about wraps it up for the first episode of 2016. Be sure to follow the Sun Belt Conference on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm Kati Morse. Thanks for watching.